Let me ask you something personal. When you see someone pulling up in a brand new BMW or flashing a Rolex on their wrist, what is the first thing that goes through your mind? You think, that person is rich, that person has made it, that person is successful. And here's the problem. That is exactly what they want you to think. Because studies show that person is most likely broke. And right now, without even realizing it, you might be doing the exact same thing, spending money you do not have, destroying wealth you have not even built yet, all to impress people who do not care about you. Today, I'm going to show you the psychological trap that is quietly keeping millions of Americans poor and exactly how to escape it. First, let me give you the real numbers, because this is not an opinion. This is 2026 data. According to S&P Global Mobility, the most popular car among ultra-wealthy Americans, the top 1% of earners, is not a Lamborghini, is not a Ferrari, it's not even a Mercedes. It is a Tesla Model Y with a base price of just $47,988. And right next to it in the top 10, Toyota, Honda, regular mainstream brands. Meanwhile, on the other side of the street, people earning $50,000 a year are signing 84-month car loans, that's 7 years, to drive a BMW. According to Edmunds, a record 20% of new car buyers in 2026 are now committing to monthly car payments of over $1,000. $1,000 every single month, gone for a car that is losing value every day you drive it. And here's the psychology behind why this happens. It's called the Diderot Effect. In 1765, a French philosopher named Denis Diderot received a beautiful new robe as a gift, and suddenly his old furniture looked cheap next to it. So he bought new furniture, then new books, then new decorations. One purchase triggered a cascade of spending until he had spent everything he had. Sound familiar? Today, it's a new car that makes your old watch look bad, a new watch that makes your old shoes look cheap, new shoes that make your old phone look outdated. Each purchase creates a new standard, and your brain cannot rest until everything around you matches that standard. The flex trap is not just about showing off. It's a psychological spiral, and most people never even see it coming. Now let me tell you what truly wealthy people actually do, and this might shock you. According to a major study of high net worth Americans, 61% of households earning over $250,000 per year do not own a luxury brand car, not one. Jeff Bezos drove a Honda Accord for years. Mark Zuckerberg drives a Honda Fit. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. These are not poor people. These are some of the wealthiest humans on earth, and they figured out something that most never will. Money talks, wealth whispers. The loudest person in the room is usually the one with the least in the bank. So what is the real cost of showing off? Let's do the math that nobody wants to do. The average person trying to look wealthy spends $1,000 per month on a car payment. That's $12,000 per year. Over 10 years, that's $120,000 spent on a depreciating asset that's maybe $15,000 at the end. But here's the part that will hurt you. If that same $1,000 per month had been invested in a simple S&P 500 index fund, earning the historical average of 10% per year, after 10 years, you would have $204,000, not $15,000, $204,000 versus a 10-year-old car worth $15,000. That's the real price of showing off, not just the money you spent, but the wealth you never built. Every luxury purchase is not just money leaving your account, it's your future self getting robbed. And watches? Let's talk about watches. The average entry-level luxury watch in 2026 costs between $5,000 and $8,000. And yes, watches hold value or even appreciate, but most people buying a Rolex on a $60,000 salary are not buying an investment. They're buying approval. They're buying the feeling of being seen, of being respected, of being enough. And that feeling costs you everything. Because if you had taken that $5,000 and invested it into the S&P 500 20 years ago, today it would be worth over $33,000. A $5,000 watch bought to impress people at dinner quietly stole $33,000 from your future. So here's the identity shift I want you to make today. Stop asking yourself, what will people think when they see me with this? Start asking yourself, what will my bank account look like in 10 years if I buy this? The truly rich are not trying to look rich. They're too busy becoming rich. And there's a simple 3-step rule you can follow starting right now. Step 1. Before any purchase over $200, wait 48 hours. If you still want it after 48 hours, it's a real desire, not an impulse. Step 2. Calculate the investment alternative. What would this money be worth in 10 years if you invested it instead? Let that number sit in your brain before you decide. Step 3. Ask yourself honestly, am I buying this for me or am I buying this for someone else's opinion of me? Because spending money to control what strangers think of you is the most expensive thing you'll ever do. The broke man drives the BMW and rents his apartment. The wealthy man drives the Toyota and owns assets that work while he sleeps. One is performing wealth, the other is building it. The difference between them is not income, it's not luck, it's one decision made over and over again. The decision to stop showing off and start showing up for your future. If this video made you think differently about money today, hit that subscribe button right now, because next week I'm revealing the psychological trick that makes you spend 47% more every time you swipe a credit card and how to turn it off forever. See you in the next one.